Hi, I'm Byron. Thanks for joining me. In this video, I'm going to be making Daal, which is an Indian dish, sort of a red lentil based dish. I'm actually a little short on the red lentils. I couldn't pick it up at the store today for whatever reason. So I'm going to add a little chickpea to it, but I guess I'll explain it as you go, what you need and don't need. I'm going to add chickpeas. So for the red lentils, we're going to do generally I would do 2 cups. I only have 1 cup. So we're going to do 1 cup of red lentils and a cup and a half of water. We're going to put this on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then just let it simmer for about 20 minutes as the lentils soften and cook. So a couple things you need to chop up here is about half a red onion, I use about a little, I don't know, 1.5 inch, 2 inch sort of chunk of ginger. So in this pot here, while the lentils are getting cooked, I'm going to use about a tablespoon of coconut oil, but you can use whatever oil you've got. Now I'm going to add spices right away to this oil. I'm going to use about half a teaspoon of cumin. Of course, you can add more or less of these as you go. I'm going to add a little bit more cumin. Half a teaspoon, maybe a little less, of cinnamon. About half a teaspoon of coriander. We use a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, rather. I'm going to put in a full teaspoon of Garam Masala, because it's got this really distinct kind of flavor and aroma that I really like in this dish. Again, that's a lot of spices there. I've noticed if you look at the ingredients of a curry powder, all these spices are in there. So you can just use a curry powder, and maybe with the exception of garam masala. So maybe use a curry powder and add some garam masala for this, and you'll get about the exact same thing. And we can add our onion and garlic, or onion and ginger. Yeah, that smells amazing already. And just let that sort of saute, simmer away there. The onion will soften. And over here we have our red lentils. Just sort of simmering away there. Actually, I'm going to turn it up just a bit. And I just gave it a stir. And just going to just let it soften and do its thing. I'm going to put crushed tomatoes in there. Stir that up. I might turn up the heat a little bit till it kind of bubbles, and then I'll turn it back down and just let it simmer. Just let that heat up, let it simmer until the red lentils are done. Then I'll add the red lentils, and then it'll all kind of simmer together for about 20 minutes to half an hour. So I'm going to add my red lentils right now, even though I haven't let them go for the full 20 minutes. They kind of absorb the moisture. In the interest of time, I've decided to add the red lentils now, and they can cook in here with the tomato sauce, the crushed tomatoes, and all the spices. So as mentioned, I'm going to add a can of chickpeas. So I've got the crushed tomatoes with the spices, the red lentils, and now the chickpeas. I'm just going to mix it up and let it simmer for 20 minutes, half an hour, and that's that. On the side, you can make some rice. This is good with like any type of bread, and it's like kind of a big batch cook, so you can eat some of this now and eat it throughout the week. As always, cook with love and gratitude, and I'm grateful for this meal and for sharing it with you, so thank you. I guess I just wanted to add, you can add some greens to this if you like. Peas. At the end you could add spinach, cilantro. Yeah, it is nice to add some leafy greens to it at the end. Just put them in at the end so they don't wilt too badly. And yeah, just thought I'd mention that because I just realized there's nothing green in that pot right now. So